are you, sir? No more. We're talking in accents for this episode?
I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I was like, I can't do accents, so I'm not really a good actor.
Welcome to you.
What was that?
Rocco, mate.
What the fuck is going on?
What's hot in the world of sports right now? This will be a brief rundown. Since it's only been a few minutes, let's just talk about sports from the past and random crap like that.
Okay.
Want to do that with me?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it then. Gary, you in?
I kind of wish Olive Garden was open. That'd be really nice.
Oh, my God.
Are you going to seriously fucking be on the Olive Garden train all night,
Dude,
Gary? God damn it.
I actually could
Son
eat
of
Olive
a
Garden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can make some pasta after this.
Ooh.
After this.
I'm down.
Remember when
I don't have any
like...
meat, but we got sauce and spaghetti.
Oh, is IHOP still open 24/7?
Oh, could go to IHOP.
Oh, my
Yes.
And they have fucking pasta.
God.
It's
I'm
not
not
good.
gonna
No.
get pasta from IHOP. I'm not getting pasta from
Is Jim's open 24/7 still?
Not anymore. They close it. They close at like midnight on the weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This town's gone to shit.
When the fuck did that happen?
Yeah,
I know we just talked
It's
about
been a couple
peaking,
years, man.
But like, what?
Yeah.
Even like before my birthday that night, we went pretty early. So
What the fuck?
they close at 10 on weekdays.
Yep. There's nothing left in this. Waffle House is closed here at 10.
Yeah.
What?
Some
Yeah.
places stay open 24 hours.
No.
It's,
Waffle,
you know.
okay, when the
Some places stay
Snowmageddon
open.
happened, Waffle House was the only thing that was open in Houston, and that is
Oh,
why
wow.
I knew I wasn't going to die.
Yep.
Was because of Waffle House. So closing at 10 p.m. is actually stupid.
Yeah.
What the fuck
It
happened
is
to the
fucking
city?
dumb. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
'cause of
y'all are
COVID.
doing a really good job of
That's
keeping
COVID.
Austin weird because y'all are weird by closing all your shit down.
Hey man. Oh,
God.
don't look at me.
Damn, this city sucks.
I wasn't even here for half of last year.
That's fucking wild. Okay, but to talk about sports a little bit because
Yeah.
we have derailed into fucking.
Are we
Italian-
recording?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Italian
Well, hey,
Armageddon.
so tell me, like, do I sound better if I'm right here? If I'm talking like this?
Yeah.
Okay. What if I'm
Look
back
at
here
you.
like this, though? How does that sound if I'm just chatting?
You lose some of the warm timbre of the voice.
Okay.
The timber.
The gravitas.
That is
That sounded really good.
of the voice.
That's a Kesha song.
Yeah.
Kesha.
You know that song?
No.
It's going down.
It's going
I'm
down.
yelling timber.
Oh, yeah.
You know
yeah,
that
I know
song?
that song.
Yeah.
I'm going to murder.
Yeah, that's a Pitbull and Kesha song.
I don't remember the rest, but, you know.
You better move. You better dance.
Okay.
Let's make the night last forever.
Why the hell do you know the lyrics to this song?
Kaylin loves Kesha. Or
Kaylin
did-
loves Kesha.
She loved it. It was like her beer pong song, which is a sport. Beer pong.
Okay.
They have a tournament in Vegas.
Okay.
Sport, not a game. Sport.
No, it's not a
sport,
sport.
not a
It's a
game.
game.
The ultimate sport.
The ultimate sport, beer pong.
Beer pong.
Beer pong. But yeah, it was her like beer pong song. So she always used to like Kesha. So now I have Kesha lyrics stuck in my head sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, wife of almost forever years. 14 years this year. Holy shit, I'm getting old.
She's only been your wife, let's see. When did we go to that wedding?
Oh.
Oh, I never did. Oh, that's
You
right.
know, I don't want to spoil anything, but Kayla and I have really seriously talked about getting a like whole wedding together for our 15th. So like we'll actually do, yeah. So I don't want to spoil, but that is definitely something we've been thinking about. So
You heard it here first.
We could actually be invited this time.
yes, exactly.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
a
I
little
am
backstory.
honored to be. Wait, are we invited?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
I mean,
I
might-
just needed to
I
make
might-
sure because last
Yeah.
time we weren't
I
invited.
might forget about y'all.
So,
Yeah.
So
I mean, not only the third time, that will be definitely a
intentional.
pattern. Yeah.
It'll be intentional for sure.
no,
For sure.
they're ragging on
Two
me,
times
but we
coincidence.
got married during COVID, so y'all couldn't come because it's only family.
We're not family.
Yeah, we're not family.
But if we were at Olive Garden,
Hey,
You're
we're
right.
at Olive Garden.
You're right.
We are
If we
family
were at Olive
all the
Garden.
time, 24/7, 365.
Fucking Olive Garden. But okay, sports. What I want to talk about before we get started is I find this interesting. We were talking about it just a minute ago. Like if we were playing a professional sport, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, welcome to another episode
yeah.
of There's
Oh, yeah.
No
We
Crying in
didn't do that.
Podcasting. I'm Johnny Blackburn.
I'm Nick Alessandro.
I'm Gary.
Gary,
I love
our producer, Roz over there, provides these sultry tones that keep us
Hello.
going all night long. It's not a sexual innuendo
No.
of any kind.
No.
Maybe not for you.
No.
Maybe not for you.
You
Maybe
remember
not
that?
for me.
You remember that episode?
Every time I see him, I purr.
Yeah. Do you remember that episode of Frasier? You remember that episode of Frasier where he's sent to like an overnight sex show, or like he's sent to the overnight show, and so he does like a sex show to get more viewers?
No. I remember him getting in trouble and having to go to overnight.
Yeah.
I don't remember the sex show.
Yeah, I remember a sex show.
I remember the
radio show.
It was just like one little scene. He's like, okay, let's screw with whoever. I can't remember the name of his boss at that time. He's like, we're going to call us in with your dirtiest, sickest, nastiest perversions. And let's talk about them.
And like, but people got super into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, back in those times too, talking about Frasier in the 90s, right? There was that like sex lady.
Yeah.
The really old lady who would do sex talks.
PBS or something? No.
Yeah. Well, it was like, I feel like it was like an infomercial.
Well,
or it might have been on PBS.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Real Sex. That's what it's called.
Real Sex with like Sally Summers or something like that.
Sally Field.
I don't fucking remember her name, but it was like a super old lady. And I'm pretty sure like I was young, so I didn't like fully understand what I was watching sometimes, but she reminded me of my grandma. And now that, you know what I mean? Like, but like, she was like super.
When you hear your family.
Yeah, I think, what was it? It was, okay, yeah, Sex with Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
And my grandma's name was Ruth.
Yep.
So probably why.
The tiny little lady with the like the Sally Jesse Raphael style red frame glasses. Well, I guess they were different frames, but always had like the bright suits on. And, brightly colored suits.
90s.
Oh, the 90s, the styles.
A better time.
We've changed.
How have we changed?
How we have changed.
Okay, so back to what I was talking about.
What?
I want to talk about if we were to play a professional sport.
Okay.
What professional sport would we play?
Okay.
Like, what do we think we should play, and what would we play?
What we want to play.
Right.
Is what
exactly.
Okay.
There we
okay.
go.
What do we think we could at our peak?
Right.
And then what would we want to just okay.
Just to play. You want to go first?
Sure.
I mean, we can go. I can go first.
Why don't you go first? Go ahead and go first, because
I already know.
Realistically, go ahead.
Realistic, like what? The problem with me is I want to play baseball, and I think realistically, if I was going to play a professional sport, it'd probably be baseball.
I agree with that.
Because that's what I played.
Yeah. All
throughout my years, and I was pretty fucking good at it. And I'm built for it. Like baseball players aren't huge dudes. It's not like football players where they're all like, I feel like they're big men, right? A lot of them, unless you're a running back.
Some of them are like 5'9", 175 pounds.
True. Cole Beasley. But a lot of them are big men. And plus, like, if you're going to play football, like, if I'm 6 foot, almost 6'1".
Yeah.
Like, I could play the sport, but I don't really want to get destroyed, right? Like, you're going to get wrecked. In baseball, you make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm built for second base or outfield, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite sport. I think that's what I would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Just on the subject of, we were talking about football earlier.
Yeah.
I was saying that was one that I thought is basically, honestly, a slot receiver is really the only position I could probably play, or kicker. I think Martin Grammatica, he was like 5'6".
You could be a kicker.
I wouldn't really want to, but I could, I guess,
Why
if I
wouldn't
trained
you?
for it.
Kicker's the easiest, well, not the easiest position, but you get paid a shit ton of money and you don't get hit.
I would want to play. I would want to play in the slot. I mean, I did, in intramural league and stuff.
Yeah.
We lined up in formation, and it was the same thing as just playing, really just regular contact with. We didn't have pads. We just played tackle without it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, hell, you played with me for years. Doing even that was just like backyard skirmishes.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff,
broke fences.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Not even
man.
our own.
We played
fences.
all the fucking time, man.
Somebody else's.
Those are
fence.
some dirty ass games. Those are some tough ass games, man. We had I remember getting a lot of injuries. That I cut my lip open on one of them.
Yeah,
I was on a reverse, and I remember Teresa's friend Francis ran right into me.
Yeah,
and he like smacked. And my braces still, and it like cut like underneath here, right here.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sucks.
Gash, man, sucks.
So football would be the sport.
Anyways, football. But I mean, obviously, I think honestly, my heart does truly lie with basketball. Though,
yeah,
it would be basketball if I wanted to play something. It would be that.
Play
I'm
that
honestly
PG position.
Yeah, could I have played in high school? Sure, absolutely. If I had really like practiced, could I have played basketball in college? Maybe at a small school. If that's all I did was play basketball.
Yeah,
but I'm just not tall enough. I'm not.
Yeah,
and I'm not. I'm
Fucking genetics, man.
I'm athletic for a person in general.
Yeah.
You know, I am, but I'm not a super athlete, and I'm not Russell Westbrook. I'm not, you know,
well,
I'm not a
to be
Muggsy
fair,
Bogues. I'm not as fast
none
as
of us
him,
are. So
that's true. But I'm just talking like athletes in general, like that are.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's a little taller, but anyways, you know,
well,
I'm
you're
not,
also picking a
I'm
sport
5'8" too,
that
so.
requires all the athletic ability,
and
right?
height. Yeah.
And height.
Yeah.
So you could play baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the dream, right? But you have the build.
Yeah.
For it.
Honestly, the one that I really do think that I have the build for, and if it's something, if I trained from an early age, I think I could have really excelled at, was gymnastics. Is honestly, I have, you look at gymnasts and they are on the shorter. Honestly, I would be on the taller end, honestly, for an average gymnast. Male is usually like 5'6", 5'5".
I could see that.
Yeah. So I'd be a little, you know.
You're flippy too.
I'm flippy.
Yeah, like I could see him doing flips. You know what I mean? Like he's bendy
I
and
did
like
as a kid, you know.
Like I could see him doing like 4 or 5
I was in
flips
gymnastics class as a kid for a couple of years. Like,
did you like it?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
but
I don't think I could get into that.
I had ADD and just
you
distracted easily.
You always want. I feel like you're the type of person who always wanted to play a different sport not every year, but like a different sport every season.
I usually stuck with it for a couple years. But here's the thing: my parents didn't really enroll me in a lot of sports when I was younger. A lot of stuff that I played with a lot of older kids.
Oh yeah, like background, like backyard stuff.
But a lot of backyard stuff. It wasn't until I got in like middle school and like later elementary school that I was really able to play.
I'm gonna start playing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, no, I tried. My parents just wouldn't put me in anything.
Why? They're scared you're gonna get hurt, or
they claimed that I didn't ever exhibit any desire to.
What?
And I was like, "What? That's not true." I was like,
I
"You guys
can't believe that."
It was
Come
tough
on,
for us financially
Mrs.
at a time.
Blackburn.
We had one car for a couple years. My dad got laid off from like he had a really good job with applied materials.
Yeah,
laid off his department. You know, he was unemployed for like 18 months, 2 years.
Makes sense.
So
now that's more realistic.
Yeah, and then when he got the job again, that was like 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay, so then you started playing.
Yeah, I started playing right around then. So
yeah.
What
about you, Gary?
What about you, Gary?
This is the big one.
Yeah, I don't think any of us could play professional sports.
Not right now.
I'm saying peak.
Like
if that's all we did from an early age was just that sport.
Peak athletic, like ability.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm like 6'1" or so.
You're taller than that.
6'2" maybe. Yeah. I mean,
I feel like he's taller than
6 foot.
I've always liked.
No, Gary.
Yeah, I'm taller than that. I've always liked golf, but I don't know. Bowling maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
That is the biggest troll ever. So you're getting back at me for making your D&D joke. Is that what's happening? Yes.
No.
You keep a straight face.
No. What are you talking about?
Is that what's happening right now?
I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
I earlier said that Gary is a bowler. Like if anybody knows Gary, he is a bowler. He's wearing a striped shirt right now, like a checkerboard pattern shirt. That is a bowling shirt. Look at that. Tell me
this is
not a
this
bowling
is a nice shirt. Johnny, you've been with me
Bowling-
all evening. Why did you have to look at what I was wearing?
I don't know. He said it was a bowling shirt. It didn't occur to me when I saw the shirt earlier.
It's not a bowling shirt.
I was looking and I was
It's
like,
a
is it a
bowling
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 shirt.
shirts have like buttons all the way
No,
down,
it's not
and then
a-
they've got like.
I see what you mean, though.
But you know what I mean? Like,
I gotta see what you mean. Yeah.
like you look like a bowler. Fred Flintstone would wear that shirt if he wasn't in the prehistoric age.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fred Flintstone's pretty great.
Yeah.
He was, but I don't know.
Old Freddie Flint.
So you're saying
Stone.
your peak condition, like body type, everything. Like if you were in your peak condition, you'd go for a bowler or golfer.
I much prefer golfing. That's much. Okay. I think you get to see the world a lot more. I love the game of golf. I do like bowling though, and do like bowling alley food. So
I love.
That's really fucking good. You know what else?
Frito pie at the Westgate Lanes.
God,
Oh,
Frito pie.
You know what else has good food? The Olive Garden.
But seriously, Frito pie.
It's so good.
If they have Frito pie at IHOP, I'm
Oh my god!
That sounds
all day.
Oh, it sounds so good. I'm so hungry. Why did you have to eat that bowl of cereal?
I'm sorry.
Damn it, Harry. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could see bowler or golfer. I don't know. Maybe a wrestler.
Okay.
WWE.
Okay.
All right.
You've got the personality for it.
Okay. Luging. Like luge.
You want to be a
Yeah,
luge?
you could be a loser.
Yeah.
You're too big for
Yeah,
a
you're a little
loser.
too tall for that.
Oh, okay.
because even in your peak like condition, like you would always be a bigger guy.
Yeah.
You know, so you're too big for a luger.
Yeah, I mean,
like
doesn't that speed up the sled though?
Yeah, but if your frame is
you're
too
not
wide, it's gonna be.
Oh, fair enough.
Right? Like
I don't know if that matters if you're once you're inside the bobsled itself, like inside the sled.
Well,
like
bobsledding and luging are different.
Are they?
Luging is where you're.
Oh, that's right. It's when
you're
on
like,
no cover.
Right. You're like laying
the
back
sled
on
with
the
no
sled.
cover.
Oh,
right. You're fully
yeah.
laying down. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm in bobsledding then.
Okay, so you want to be from Jamaica and have a bobsled.
Yeah, some people can't believe Jamaica had a bobsled team. Yo, man, what you smoking? I ain't smoking, I'm breathing.
Great sports movie, by the way.
Cool Runnings is on par with Rudy as two of the greatest sports movies of all time, by the way.
Cool Runnings. So fun.
Remember the Titans? Come on, somebody.
Okay.
See, here's the thing.
Okay, come on.
Remember the Titans? Fucking was always on whenever a substitute team came.
I know.
Or October Sky.
You're right. You're right.
Or October Sky.
And so, like,
And Bill
because
Nye
of that, fuck, Remember the Titans.
Hell no.
Because it's just
get the hell out of this house.
It's over fucking played.
Get up.
It's like
so. What you do right now is you don't talk anymore. You close your laptop. You stand up, grab your luggage, get in your car, head back to Houston.
It's overplayed. Everybody, it's like Finding Nemo too. I can't stand that movie because it was always on whenever a substitute teacher came into high school, and I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah,
I'm so sick of it.
I'm sorry it was overplayed. It's still a fantastic film though, regardless if it was overplayed or not.
And Sandra Bullock wasn't it like?
No, you're thinking The Blind Side.
That's The Blind Side.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Blind Side was a great movie too.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
But not because of
Sandra
Bullock.
Both are heart-wrenching. Both are tender.
Yeah.
They're both, they're both just good quality films.
Do we like Sandra Bullock or Julia Roberts better?
Sandra Bullock.
In general.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
I'm going to have to go Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock's hotter than Julia Roberts.
Yeah, Demolition Man.
Miss Congeniality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like Julia Roberts a little more.
Sorry.
Aaron Brockovich.
I can see
Aaron Brockovich. Come on.
You know
I
what?
can see Julia Roberts.
I can see Johnny really likes women who look like horses. I mean, that's really what it is. Kristen Chenoweth, fucking horse.
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker, fucking horse.
I said she's attractive.
Julia
I'd
Roberts,
say she's one of my favorites.
Horse.
Julia Roberts is gorgeous.
You just want to be a jockey. That's what your professional sports should
Oh
be.
my
It should
God,
be.
yeah,
Just call me Seabiscuit. Let's
He
get
just
to
wants
it.
to fucking ride horses every day.
Give me a secretary of my own.
Like, it's awful.
Let's
But
do
what-
it.
Julia Roberts, her teeth, that bother me. Her teeth bother me.
I like
They look like dentures.
What are we talking about? What does this have to do
I'm
with the
just
topic
saying.
of tonight's episode?
I'm just saying, you started
Nothing.
talking about Julia Roberts, and now I'm like thinking about those big
What is
ass
happening to my life?
My
What am I
teeth.
doing with
My
myself?
Best Friend's Wedding was a great movie.
My father was right.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I don't watch as much movies as you guys do.
How have you not
Why are
seen
you on
my
this
best
movie
friend's
podcast?
wedding?
None of them.
Oh, God.
Why are you on I don't give a flick? Why are you on I don't give a flick
I can watch
right now,
sports
Nick?
movies.
Huh?
Sports movies.
Okay, best sports movie. Go.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year is the best sports movie of all
I fucking
time.
love that movie.
It's a good movie. I agree with you.
Rowan Gardner. Like, come on. They got that scene where he walks up to fucking Wrigley and it's like the fucking green door from Wizard of Oz and the guy's there and like makes a cameo. Like, that movie is so good.
I'm going to say The Sandlot.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yep.
Another great one.
Yeah.
This is going to be it's because I'm a little biased, but I think the greatest sports movies tend to be baseball movies.
Would you say Field of Dreams is a sports movie?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Field of Dreams is a
100%.
sport movie.
Like
Yeah, sport movie.
baseball has the best sports movies. Moneyball,
Babe?
Ooh,
Babe.
Moneyball.
Was that the one with John
Angels
Goodman?
in the Outfield.
Yeah.
Field
Yeah.
of Dreams. 42 is
Rookie of the
league.
Year.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Um,
Oh gosh, there's got to be something we're leaving out. Yeah, Moneyball is a good one too.
Major League?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's so many good baseball
There's a
movies.
lot of good football ones too, though.
There are.
Yeah.
The Replacements.
Well, Rudy, The Replacements.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans?
The Longest
Which
Yard.
Replacements movie?
The one with Keanu Reeves.
The remake, the Keanu Reeves
You
and
like
Gene
the
Hackman
remake?
one. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Was
yeah.
there one before that?
Probably had one
Burt
from
Reynolds.
the 60s, right?
You're thinking The Longest Yard.
That's The Longest
you're
Yard,
right.
yeah. I like the
Well, see
remake.
how
of
much I-
I
see
like
how
the
much
Adam
I fucking
Sandler remake
watch
of The
movies,
Longest
guys?
Yard. I did.
Okay. Waterboy. That's a good one.
Water Boys.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Once again, come on, somebody.
I can't think of anything else.
I'm sure there's tons.
I mean, there's a shit ton of fucking sports movies.
Absolutely. That has nothing to do with
zero.
Really, really quick. We are going to be talking about best of the best from every sport. As you guys know, Bill Russell recently passed away. R.I.P. to the great one, the first and the greatest champion of all time in any sport, in my personal opinion.
You would say that.
I would say that. 11 titles in 13 seasons, 2 as a player coach. That's pretty damn impressive.
So is he going up on your Mount Rushmore +1?
Yeah. Of what, like greatest players of all time?
Yeah.
He's definitely.
Are we doing one of those in this, or is that our other podcast? I can't remember.
We just doing for every sport. Yeah. Oh my God, that would take so long. There's so many sports. We're going to talk about the greatest players from the NBA, NFL, NHL, swimming, all of the big ones, all the hot names, the hot takes are on this podcast.
Yes.
That's why you got to stay tuned, baby.
Swimming does have some.
That's why they got to cool off.
crazy
They got to cool off,
happening.
baby. They got to jump in the pool. Cool off. It's so hot.
No,
No,
Well,
not
I mean,
at all.
swimming.
Waterworld, that was a great movie.
Oh,
my
Gary,
God. No more.
My
Fuck your
Olive
movies.
Garden is pretty. It's a pretty good place to
You're
eat.
there, your
man.
family.
Before we get into that, right? We're gonna talk
Before we get into that,
a
go to
little
the
about
NFL, real quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
It's trade update. What's going on with the NFL? Where the season's about to start here. We're about a month out,
yeah.
and it's right around the corner. At this whenever the podcast release, I guess we'll be about 2 weeks away. Probably.
Yeah,
Something
probably.
like that.
Probably about
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Right around.
I mean, big trades. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Russell Peterson is the first one that comes to mind. Heading over to the Broncos. You're talking about an underrated.
Russell Wilson?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is what I meant.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad.
No, not a problem.
Yeah, Russell. Anyway, so Russell Wilson getting traded
Big
from
one.
the Seahawks, which I don't understand because they re-signed DK Metcalf to a big contract.
Also,
or they're about to. Didn't they sign him to one? Or
yeah, no, it's a big one.
they did. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, I don't think he's as good as his contract. He's paid like one of the best wide receivers in the NFL now.
He
Physically,
is
he is
one of the best wide receivers statistically from last year.
There's a bunch more that I would rather have than him.
He's
Who
definitely
consistently
a top 10,
make
sure.
impacts on the game. He's top 10,
Yeah,
but he's paid
top
like
five?
number 1.
Yeah, I think he's top 5.
No,
Who's better than him?
Mike Evans,
Okay.
Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
uh,
Jamar Chase.
yeah.
Jamar Chase. Excuse me. I said Jamar.
He's not there yet, but
Who?
I think CD will be better than him.
I think CD's going to. Okay.
Who else?
Emmitt Smith.
We're forgetting about Hopkins.
Yeah, he had a pretty down year
he was
last
injured.
year. Yeah.
Did you have him
he's
on
getting
your
up there in
fantasy
age,
team?
though. He's getting up there in age.
Probably, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Devontae Adams. We didn't even mention.
Yeah, didn't
Who
mention the
is
top
probably the best.
fantasy score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
The
a
wide receiver
ton. There's a
position.
ton of wide receivers. That I think
Tyreek Hill.
Debo might be better.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill.
There's no
I mean,
better
we're up-
combo back in the
We're up to
NFL right
what,
now than
8
Debo
right
Samuel,
now.
for sure.
I mean, and you're paid like number 1 money.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that trade very interesting for the Broncos.
Yeah.
People are so hyped on the Broncos right now, like so hyped.
Honestly, man, they've got so they recently fired the last head coach. I don't remember the name of the guy right now that's coaching for him, but
McDaniels.
he's back coaching for
I'm
him.
pretty sure Josh McDaniels.
Oh
is
wow, we look bad not knowing this right off the bat.
Okay.
Oofta.
Oofda.
Oofta.
It doesn't matter because I think I'll go back to my original point.
Oh, he's the Raiders coach.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember him going back.
I knew
going
he's-
back to the Broncos.
Well, it's his first
he
year.
was part of the Tim Tebow era.
Yes, correct.
That ended in
Nathaniel Hackett
okay.
is the Denver Broncos head coach.
Yeah, well, they have the pieces to have a top of the line defense. Honestly, I mean, they still got Bradley Chubb, one of the premier pass rushers in the league. We've got one of the best secondaries still. A couple Pro Bowlers in that backfield.
Yeah.
They're solid. They're set
Randy
up.
Gregory is a good ad.
Randy Gregory was a great addition, and
Yeah.
I'm sad the Cowboys weren't able to snag him.
Nah, he's not going to play.
We'll see.
He'll get suspended for something.
Well, probably, yeah. He is prone to doing that
Yes.
to himself, to shoot
Yes.
himself in the foot.
Yeah,
he
he'll do
Plaxico bursts himself,
Yeah, he'll-
a fair amount.
He'll do something. Steve.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's inevitable. But yeah, I mean that team is good.
Yeah,
but there's questions on the offense for me.
They've added to the offensive line, but it's still yeah.
And Russell didn't play as well as he normally did under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That he was constantly under pressure in Seattle, and he used to do really well in that situation. He didn't play so well last year in that situation. Yeah. And then you're talking about wide receivers. They have Jared Jeudy. Who else? Right? Noah Fant, is he still there?
No, I can't remember who he signed with, but he's gone.
So I mean,
yeah,
they got a rookie running back, in Williams. So I think that team is going to be good, but the addition of Russell Westbrook makes sense for the Broncos. They gave up a lot there though. Another big trade.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill, huge trade.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The fact that Tua finally has a deep ball threat but
Tua can't throw deep, so.
Oh, he hasn't had any options.
Yeah, but like
he hasn't had the chance yet, dude.
Statistically,
he really hasn't.
Every time he throws the ball deep, his accuracy and everything else drops. I mean, he's been like that since college.
Well, he has to have time to develop it, and there's no better. If he overthrows, doesn't matter because he's got if not the fastest receiver in the league, one of the fastest.
Okay. Do you think Tua's it? Do you think he's the quarterback for Dolphins?
No, okay. I don't. Yeah. I think he can be. I honestly think he can just be a journey. He can be a journeyman.
He's gonna be Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
2.0.
I don't know about that. I think he's gonna kind of
be worse.
I don't mean to say like a Marcus Mariota type, but I kind of envision that for him. I'm not saying just because they're both from Hawaii.
Yeah.
But honestly, I foresee that they were both, Heisman Trophy favorites.
Yep.
And both competed for national championships at their respected alma mater. Tua had more hype coming in than Mariota, it seemed to me. But both of them, I think, Mariota right now, he's on a fledgling team and he's the starting quarterback, but only because they don't have anybody better.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be Tua's fate here in the next 4 or 5 years if he's still in the league. That's just my opinion. I mean, I hope he proves me wrong. He seems like a good kid.
Miami spent a shit ton of money this last offseason.
Yeah, they did.
And they fucked themselves too, with the loss of a first-round draft pick, and a huge fine because they messed with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
When he was part of New England. And then what else did they do? They did something else. Can't remember what the other part was, but they messed with somebody else. And maybe it was Balls, their former head coach. I don't know. They messed with something. Sean Payton. They tried to poach him from the Saints.
Oh, okay. Tampering?
Yeah, with tampering.
Okay.
And so they lost that first round pick. And so now what are you going to do? Because honestly, if I'm the Dolphins, I just spend a shit ton of money on a wide receiver and I have a quarterback that can't utilize.
How do you pull yourself out of something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. They're in trouble.
The Browns, it's just kind of pointless for them. If Deshaun Watson's not playing, picking up, trading for Amari Cooper, that's great. He's a solid receiver. He's a great route runner. Got good hands.
Overrated.
Overrated. He's a good player.
Overrated.
How's he overrated? You're saying
injured.
You're saying it's the system?
Always injured.
Okay. So when he's not injured, is he talented?
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not talented, but he's paid because the Cowboys, being the Cowboys.
He's overpaid though. He's not overrated.
He's paid like a top 10 wide receiver.
If you're saying okay, right.
I don't think he's top 10.
At one point he definitely was. He was top 5 for me there a couple years ago.
The drops,
he corrected those the last couple years though.
Not last year. He had a lot of drops. I mean, CD led the team in drops, but he had drops last year.
Yeah, that's bound to happen. CD, he's young.
Yes.
Amari doesn't really have an excuse. He's a vet.
He's at his peak. This is his prime. He's 28.
Yeah. It was a good time to trade him.
Yes. Honestly. I mean, we got nothing for him, but we got like a fifth. So, but
it wasn't much.
Yeah. I think those two trades are interesting. The Browns are another team that's a dumpster fire right now.
Yeah. I mean,
one trade that I think is going to work really well. Hollywood Brown going to Arizona.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of Christian Kirk.
Yeah, another fucking huge payday for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely that was
a lot. Jacksonville's wild too, but yeah, Hollywood Brown.
Why do teams at the bottom of the seller. Why do they always do this to themselves and overpay to middle tier players?
Yeah, I don't get
They
it.
They pay number one receiver
Kirk
money
thing
to
is
middle tier players.
Insane.
Lots of teams do this, and there was a lot.
Oh yeah,
lots of
Beasley,
that.
Cole Beasley got a contract like that from the Bills.
So let me ask you, what do you think is the most current overpaid player in any sport?
Any sport.
In any sport.
Oof. Russell Westbrook's contract is like it's 43 million a year or something.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna give a throwback.
It's 44, yeah.
Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
He is a former baseball player for the New York Mets, and he has not played in like 15 years, and the Mets still pay him.
Why?
Yeah.
What?
Because of the way he did his contract.
Yeah.
So the Mets have Bobby Bonilla Day because they have to pay him a certain amount of money for the next like 35 years.
What?
It's in his contract.
What?
So for me, right, like, if I know it's kind of like Mimi, right? Like, but for me, the most overpaid player is a player who's not going to ever play it.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, you get literally nothing out of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have a day for him.
Okay.
And they bring they have like a big like celebration at their park. It's literally Bobby Bonilla. So
the Mets.
Yeah, Mets. But yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about actual overpriced players, I think Westbrook. I mean, talk about a player who benefited from help around him. You know, he had these, he's so good, he's triple double seasons, right? Half of his rebounds came from Steven Adams fucking tossing him the ball after free throw or letting him get rebounds.
Yeah, boxing out for
Right. And then he would grab it and then
help him, stuff the stats.
Right. And then his 3-point shot was never really solid.
Been there. It
was always hit or miss.
It's just so
and then
sporadic, just with when it's good and when it's not. It's all over the place.
Yeah. So and then mid-range game was there when he was younger, kind of, sorta. But he was always like kind of like dunk it, right? Like drive into the paint, get a foul, or get, and now he's aged. He's lost a step or two, but and he's getting paid like massive amounts of money because of, triple doubles. So does that answer the question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
So just to kind of round out what's going on in the NFL, who's going to win the MVP this year? I want a prediction from everybody, actually. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna the safe pick is obviously gonna be Josh Allen. That is the one that's been leading a lot of fantasy boards, though. I've been reading, they're like, don't draft him as early as you would somebody else. And I'm just like, okay, they're like, so he's gonna have a down year
for fantasy, maybe.
We'll see. No, I think for the league in general, he's been he's been climbing. I'm surprised he almost won it last year.
MVP,
yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is for fantasy, you might have a down year, but Aaron Rodgers didn't do amazing in fantasy last year. But he was he was the MVP.
He won the MVP.
So you're going with Allen?
That's the safe pick. I'm personally going to go with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's, honestly. I'll go with Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Joey Burrow, baby.
Are you on the Burrow hype train?
I'm on the Burrow. I'm on the Burrow train.
Yeah. You fucking
going
down the Grand Canyon on your Burrow.
Burrito.
Yeah. Burrito.
Joe Burrito.
Joe Burrito.
I can't. I'm sure. Yeah.
No.
How often do they get to call him that?
I don't think Joe Burrow is the answer.
Okay.
I think, again, he played really well regular season.
Same system, all three receivers in the best receiving core coming back.
Man, they were not great.
They were good enough. They get to the Super Bowl.
Garoppolo got to the Super Bowl.
True, before, yeah.
Yeah,
Burrow's had solid stats. What are you talking about?
Not MVP numbers.
I don't remember him directly, so I
don't think he makes the jump. Who I think makes the jump, talking about MVP numbers, Herbert.
Yeah, I could definitely see Herbert up there too. Yeah, I could definitely see Herbert up there. I think it'll actually be a race between them and like two other folks.
Yeah,
maybe Allen, maybe not.
I think it's Herbert. I think everybody loves fucking Aaron Rodgers. He'll be up there because he's consistent, doesn't throw picks.
Yeah.
I think Allen will be up there, and I think Brady.
Brady getting up there too.
I mean, Brady has all the weapons in the fucking world. He's got they just got a new wide receiver for him.
Yeah, Julio Jones.
Julio Jones. I mean, yeah, he's lost like 8 steps, but he's still a great wide receiver to have. Mike Evans, Fournette's back. Tight end's kind of questionable for him.
Yeah,
but Tom Brady will be there. What do you think, Gary? MVP?
Oh, Tom Brady.
Yeah,
no
doubt.
doubt.
You're gonna say it.
I
Sorry to ruin your thunder.
No, it's okay. I think Tom Brady's going to have a hell of a year. I think this is going to be his last year playing.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to win the Super Bowl and be the MVP.
Did you hear about the Tom Brady news? I know you have something to say, but have you heard about the Tom Brady news?
No, what?
Tom Brady is fucking pissed.
Good. He's going to play harder.
No, he's like not playing right now.
Why is he, what?
He was upset about something. He hasn't been practicing. The Bucs say it's like a personal matter, but like people are saying he hates the humidity and he just doesn't want to deal with it. So he's like taking a break from the Bucs.
Don't blame him.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting older.
Yeah.
Take a break.
I mean, I live
Grab
in
a
humidity.
Kit Kat bar. Come on.
I completely understand not wanting to fucking go out there. It's like 90 humidity, right? Like,
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. Like nobody wants that. But
Yeah.
You're about to say something.
Oh, no, I was just saying I was looking at Joe Burrow's stats from last postseason, and yeah, so he threw for about 1,100 yards, 4 games, so about 275 a game, you know. Yeah, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, but he was sacked 20 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, does he play on the Cowboys?
That O-line. Oof.
I mean,
Cowboys usually have a good O-line.
That's what I mean, right? Like regular season, he was great, but you look at the postseason.
Yeah, it was
like
just average. Yeah,
right. I mean, 275. That's great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not.
He didn't turn the ball over, which is
5 touchdowns
when it comes to winning
Yes.
in the playoffs.
But 5
you
touchdowns.
cannot turn the ball over. Obviously, thanks, John Madden.
Yeah,
of course.
You want to score, have a good offense.
Yeah,
Rest
thank
in
you,
peace.
John.
Special teams.
Thanks, John. R.I.P.
But 5 touchdowns. That's worrying.
Mhm.
And the O line hasn't really gotten that much better.
Yeah.
What did they get? They
made some
Lyle
upgrades,
Collins, who, by the way,
Oh, they did? Oh,
Yeah.
actually, that's a really good pickup. Yeah,
He's
he was solid
already
for the
injured.
Cowboys. Oh, well, yeah, he was always injured. That's
he's
true.
already injured, and
Big
he hasn't-
surprise.
Yeah, shocker.
Mhm.
So, and he's injury prone and he's flag prone, right? That's a
Yeah.
Cowboys nightmare.
Yeah.
Is
So who's winning the Super Bowl?
I can't say it. You'll get upset. The
Just say it.
Cowboys will win the Super Bowl this year. I'm calling it right now on the podcast so everybody can hear.
Everybody note the date,
Yeah,
August
note the date.
19th.
Cowboys are going to win it all.
I'm with
They
you.
have a favorable
Let's go
schedule.
Cowboys. Yep, they do.
They should have won the playoff game last year if it wasn't for freaking McCarthy and not able to do anything with clock management, which I'm hoping he like read a book or like learned how to freaking do the clock. I mean, literally play Madden football and you'll be able to learn how to take care of the clock better than
Exactly.
freaking Mike McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing for me, if we're talking about Super Bowl runs and the Cowboys, they have to fix the penalties. They have led the league in penalties for, I mean, years, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And already this preseason, we saw it last week. I don't know if you watched the preseason game or not, but they had like 11 penalties for like 160 yards or something like that.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. And like 2 holding calls on our brand new left guard rookie.
Yeah.
So those have to be fixed. But I had the Cowboys. I don't know about you Cowboys, or do you have a...
Well, I mean, I'm obviously, close to my heart.
Yeah, gotta do it.
I'm wear my heart at my sleeve. What can I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
And normally I would have to agree with you that I would
Yeah.
say the Cowboys, but
It's gonna happen.
unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree with you again. I'm gonna say the Cowboys.
Okay.
I got too much blind
Passion.
faith in
Yeah.
season 3 for Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm really looking forward to seeing CeeDee Lamb and
in his number 1 role.
yeah, and
Dalton
Schultz really open
He
and
showed up big
really
towards the end of the season.
he did, and really the
Zeke is looking good.
the dual monster that we have at the running attack
Yep.
with Pollard and Elliott is a lot of fun. It really is,
I agree.
especially with them like splitting coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, Pollard is a little faster on his feet. Zeke
is a change of pace back for sure.
Zeke is definitely the powerhouse too, and he continues to be. I mean, people always talking about how overrated Zeke is. Man's rushed for 1,000 yards pretty much every season he's been. The only time he didn't was because of a 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
So
the Cowboys defense is just getting better here with 2 cornerstones.
That's another worry though.
In Parsons and Diggs.
Don't you say Diggs? See, that's an issue.
Why?
Look at him statistically. So statistically,
you're talking
Diggs
about like his just as far as breakups,
way big play, way more big plays. He was like number 1 in big plays given up.
Chances for the picks. That's true for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
he takes too many risks. You're saying.
Exactly.
It's going to catch up to him.
Talking about he's let up all these big plays, and those are touchdowns that he's given up. And
and they're bigger. They're you take risks in other sports, and it's not as big because change of possession is a lot quicker. But in football, change of possession is a big deal.
Yeah, and so I mean the interceptions are great, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I love turnovers. I mean anybody does, but letting up those big plays and. He, again, I've been watching preseason. I've been watching some training camp. He's looked terrible. Absolutely. He's been getting beat by rookies.
Really?
Yeah. And it's the same thing. He is a newer player to the cornerback role. He played wide receiver a lot in college until the last 2 years. And now he's in a cornerback position in the pros, and he plays like a wide receiver sometimes, and he gets beat.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he's able to correct any of those issues.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Another one, I think, potentially for Super Bowl run, if we're going outside the Cowboys, who do you think?
Outside of the Cowboys?
I want to see if we're different here.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the popular pick in the Bills.
I don't know why people are hyped on the Chiefs, too. Yeah. That's another one.
Without Tyreek Hill, I'm interested to see what's going to happen.
They got...
Kelsey, of course.
Yeah, but who else?
Outside
they picked
him.
up
they
Juju.
have Sammy Watkins. They have Juju Smith.
No, Watkins not there anymore.
Oh, did he leave?
Watkins is in Green Bay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did sign last week, didn't he?
They got Juju and then the Marquise.
Yeah.
The wide receiver.
Vasquez Scalding or something. Or Scalding Vasquez.
Which that's not a replacement for Tyreek. So
no,
Juju looked really good as a couple years ago though. So.
Yeah, he had a very good season statistically a few years ago.
Yeah,
and he's had a few okay ones since then.
He stops the TikToks,
but injuries
have
really been big for him.
Yeah, and pays more time.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean Patrick Mahomes. I mean this is a once in a generation talent. So
actually, I stumbled into a Reddit thread and they put Mahomes in like showed his statistics, and that one season when they won the Super Bowl looks to be almost like an offset. Like his numbers have been consistently dwindling down, and so it looks like he peaked.
As with any MVP season,
right? And so,
but he's still consistently averaging top tier numbers, though.
How much is that at the Andy Reid offense?
It doesn't matter.
True.
Like I mean, we've talked about the Brady Belichick combo. I mean, it's the same problem.
Yeah.
Same problem, different day kind of thing.
What about you, Gary? Super Bowl?
Oh, who's gonna win it?
Yeah.
What team does Brady play for?
The Bucks.
The Buccaneers are gonna win.
Okay.
Hands down.
Nice, Gary.
I mean, I
like that pick, Gary.
You could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have no competition in that division.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tom Brady wants to win. I think he wants an 8th ring. And I think what Tom Brady wants, Tom Brady gets. He's fucking Tom Brady.
I agree. Yeah. I mean,
does Tom Brady like the Olive Garden, Gary?
I'm sure he fucking does. I would go have some soup, salad, and breadsticks with Tom Brady at the Olive Garden.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
And I'd have a cup of coffee with John Lovitz.
Nice.
To be honest,
I might join you guys.
With his diet, he's not going to Olive Garden.
John Lovitz?
No. Brady.
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
His diet is fucking wild.
I mean,
yeah, it's intense.
You don't reach human perfection.
It's just like LeBron.
By...
That's why they're able to stay at such a peak level.
Don't put Tom Brady on
That's what they are. That's why they're able to play at such a high level at such a late age.
Yeah.
Like, look at John Daly. Like, that man cares about...
John
Daly.
Golf is a different amount of athletic amount
no, but
he's
output,
is like, Gary.
He's like the coolest person.
When you're playing football and basketball.
John Daly is the bottom of the pack. Like, he is not good.
Bottom of the pack of smokes, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
I love John Daly.
Can't even walk 18 anymore.
10 out of 10 with John Daly again.
Okay.
Did he walk around wearing Tommy Bahamas all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. What is that?
It's
the Hawaiian shirt. That's
shirt.
like the buttons and just like the flowers brightly colored.
He wears pants like that a lot that are like real bright.
God,
Okay.
You hate John Daly?
he's just such a like.
I don't know much about him outside of the pictures I've seen.
Oh my
He's
God.
the exact opposite of what you want for a professional athlete.
I know. He's like America.
worst.
He is America in a
If-
person, sir.
If the PGA Tour goes down and Liv takes over, it's John Daly
What?
because he's a spy.
What?
Oh my.
No.
He's part of the dark side.
No. John Daly?
Yeah.
No.
100%.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And he's not even like one of the good characters on the dark side. He's
What?
like Huxtable or whatever that other fucking guy's name is.
Don't, you are comparing him to a sequel trilogy character?
That's what
Go
I'm saying.
fuck yourself, Nick.
Uh-huh.
There's another cut moment. He's like,
No.
Note to self.
Note
moment
to self,
cut
moment
from
cut.
original edit.
Nick went wild and said that John
Oh,
Daly is a
God.
Huxtable. I mean, honestly, he's the worst.
No, John Daly is awesome, okay?
He eats McDonald's sandwiches before he plays in Major.
And during. And what is it that I can't remember what one of his teammates or playmates on one of the courses said, but
Playmates.
he was like, yeah, I saw John Daly smoke 21 cigarettes,
Yep.
each six bags of M&Ms,
Yep.
and drink 12 Diet Cokes throughout the
Yeah.
round. I'm like,
But
that is
one-
America.
One round of 18.
Yes.
6 bag of M&Ms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of
The
fucking McDonald's.
peanut
and
M&Ms.
Yeah,
Peanut
the
M&Ms.
peanuts.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And 11 fucking
baby.
sodas.
Yeah. He is awesome. 10
And
out of
like
10.
a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. He's awesome. And you know where John Daly would eat? The Olive Garden.
He would probably.
Yeah.
You
He
know who
probably
also would eat at the Olive Garden? Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he would.
Kevin Durant is the next topic, anyways.
Yeah.
Because we kind of wanted to talk about the NBA real quick.
All right.
What's going
I
on?
like the NBA.
What's
Let's
going
talk
on?
some
Hey,
baseball.
You know, it's unfortunate for the Nets.
The Nets, yeah, they're
I
fucked.
actually, it's not unfortunate. I'm
I
actually
hate the
happy.
Nets.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I don't
I'm-
like super teams.
You don't like
want-
super teams?
I don't like super teams.
Yeah, me neither.
I do kind of like to watch how they fail, though.
You must
Yeah.
love the Cowboys.
You know,
Oof.
Cowboys are a super team.
But
They-
not
they-
anymore.
honestly, no, they don't because they draft draft
all
and keep their
drafted.
homegrown talent.
Yeah.
yeah. And super
I
teams
mean-
are like they build through free agency,
Ah.
like luring other players.
Yeah, well, I would say like what the Lakers are trying to be, what the Heat are trying to be.
Yeah.
What the Nets are trying to be,
yeah,
what the Sixers are trying to
yeah.
be.
I mean, we can talk.
Like,
I mean, Durant had said
The
he wanted to go to
Clippers.
Phoenix, and then Indiana offered DeAndre Ayton a contract, and as
Phoenix
a
had to sign
restricted
it.
free agent, Phoenix matched.
Yeah.
So basically, they were like, "Well, we can't really make a trade for Durant right now."
Honestly,
So they
get rid of fucking Booker.
no, you want to? I mean, a threesome. Oh my god, a trio of Durant, Booker, and Paul would be awesome.
Yeah, but I think
It'd be
a
amazing.
trio of Ayton, Durant, and Paul is just as powerful.
No, your scoring punch is way down.
Booker,
Ayton is a dying breed in the NBA. I hate to say it because I love the big.
Okay,
I love the
yes,
big guy.
you're
I
right.
do love the big
as
guy.
far
I really
as big
do.
guys go, yes, you're
Yeah.
right. But I think
His game is
like look at
it's
Booker.
archaic.
Look at Booker last season too, though. Like he was choking a lot. Like his 3-point shooting was down.
Mhm.
He was off with a Kardashian a lot of the times. He was distracted. He had a kid.
His numbers overall really weren't really that much different from the season
I
before.
mean, yeah. Injuries.
Yes, he had a few minor injuries. Yeah,
Did he play in the playoffs?
Booker.
Yeah.
To my
He
knowledge,
got injured. Remember, he had to miss a couple games.
which round?
That the big one.
It was the second where they
Yeah.
got knocked out. Okay. I don't. Must have been the later games. would
So,
assume
I mean,
maybe the
I
ones they
just-
lost, right?
I thought they played till 7 games.
They do.
How
It's
did,
first 1 to 4 wins.
Right.
Best of 7
how'd they get knocked out in the second round?
because they lost in 7 games. They lost 4 games to 2.
Oh, okay. So there's several rounds of 7 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, okay.
4 rounds of 7 games gets you the championship.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
lot of games.
It lasts like a month and a half. 2
Oh my
months.
god. Is that what you're doing during the summer when you're just watching TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
That and Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders, mate.
Peaky Blinders, mate. You don't fuck with the Peaky Blinders.
Not the pesky benders.
Not the pesky benders, no. Not the penny whistle.
Not the freaky tenders
either. The what?
The freaky tenders.
Freaky tenders.
Yes.
Yeah, he got I wanted to check myself. He had a hamstring injury in game 2.
So what do you think is going to happen with Donovan Mitchell? I mean, they, trading Rudy Gobert for, 4 first-round picks. Jeez.
They're going to be
the Timberwolves
later.
I'm not understanding this pairing of Karl Anthony Towns. I know he has an outside game, but
Towns
and Gobert in the front court in today's game.
They've got an upcoming point guard, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They have D'Angelo Russell, but their shooting guard, Anthony Edwards, is the guy that's up and coming. He's the one that's going to be the star.
I was playing small forward.
He might have moved over to the 3, yeah.
I don't understand that pairing.
They have D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he was an all-star.
I don't know what you do with Mitchell.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
you go to Miami. Do you pair him with Jimmy Butler and
Lowry,
Kyle Lowry? Yeah. Do you try to pair all the vets together? Yeah,
maybe. But what do you give up? Like
they're not give up Tyler Hero, a bunch of draft picks.
You'd have to give up Hero.
Yeah, you would absolutely have to. I mean,
I think
Mitchell. Adebayo may even have to be on the table. Honestly,
he just stays.
Huh?
I think he just stays.
Yeah, I see him actually being traded by the deadline, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
In February of next year.
Yeah, for right now, he's staying. He's not going anywhere right now.
This summer, or this fall, winter, he'll probably stay at home.
Because I just don't think there's anything, a contender next season who thinks that it's a finishing piece.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Lakers.
What about Durant, though? Is Durant going to stay? Because right now they've got Ben Simmons, who's should be playing this season here in a little bit.
Worst.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of Simmons.
I mean, I don't like players who just
he's shown his cowardice when it comes to the passing up big moments where he has easy dunks and he passes to a guy 5 feet to his right. Doesn't make any damn sense. I didn't understand the move.
I can't handle the Philadelphia fans, so I'm just gonna stop playing the game. I get it. Philly fans suck.
Philly fans are assholes.
I agree to that.
Yeah, I mean everybody hates Philly fans. Even Philly fans hate Philly.
Yeah,
I do like Philly cheesesteaks. So
same. The cheese.
Philly cheesesteaks they're the bomb, Gary.
Yeah,
they are what you might call dope.
Yes,
that's true.
One might
say that.
No, I think Durant. There's
Duran.
The Nets want so much for him.
Did you?
So much.
It's going to be a king's ransom.
And because of that, I just don't. Where can he go? I mean, I guess they can bring him anywhere, right? He doesn't really have control. He's not restricted or anything like that. So he doesn't have a no trade clause. So they're like, hey, you're going to the fucking Pacers. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
they're probably not going to do that to him.
I would.
You might, but they're not going.
Why?
Because they're just not.
I guess I don't understand.
They're going to be decent enough, and they'll probably take into consideration where he goes is going to be a contender.
But if they did, they could free up some money under the cap and get another white body in the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong per se.
See, thank you, Nick.
Yeah, is that so, Gary?
I
don't know who they would pick up.
Who do you think they might pick up, Gary?
I don't know, but that's just my kind of feeling on the subject.
Yeah,
I don't think they.
Do you think Jerry Sandusky would be a good pick? Or?
Oh my God,
Jerry Sandusky, wasn't he the sex crimes guy?
Look at that.
I didn't know the extent of Gary's knowledge.
You never shut up about these fucking sports, Johnny.
He just knows everything now. But no,
who is the mailman, Gary?
That's Karl Malone.
Karl the mailman Malone.
No, I think Durant stays too. I don't know.
Let's see if Kyrie stays.
I forgot about Kyrie.
Kyrie might go somewhere too.
He's easily forgettable.
I think it would make sense if they tried to trade Russell Westbrook to another team who bought him out and let him sign with another contender. Bring LA? Kyrie to LA.
Okay.
Bring Kyrie to LA. Okay. Or honestly, Buddy Hield would have been great. They could still bring both of them. Actually,
no, I think they should get.
And then you go. Who?
Sorry, John.
John was already with Clippers. He just signed with them.
They just signed.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Lame. Forgot about that.
Yeah, he'll be their sixth man. That was a solid sign.
Yeah, they're gonna.
He was like 20-9 for the Rockets last year.
He was looking good.
30 games.
Yeah.
He
came back from that Achilles.
Yeah, and then the only reason he didn't play was because they were trying to trade him.
Yeah,
they wanted to protect his value. Yeah,
but okay, so that's I mean, Buddy Hield would have been the option, but
yeah,
I don't know what the Lakers. Yeah, I mean the Lakers are in trouble.
Well,
Anthony Davis is always injured.
If they can,
has he ever played a full season?
Yeah, I think twice. Pretty sure, or once, and then he played 80 games another season. Because I feel like they talked about this on Inside the NBA.
Okay.
The other day.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had, but it seems like recently he's always injured. And then we've got LeBron, who's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
They have no bench. Like Carmelo is like their star coming off the bench. Yeah. Right. They got rid of everybody because GM LeBron thought he knew what he was doing. And now they have Russell Westbrook, who is atrocious. So bad. He can't even take a
he just needs the ball in his hands all the time.
All the time.
And
all the time.
Yeah. They need to just get him to a team where he can go play with, I don't know, a really crappy team, or he needs to accept a 6-man role and come in and lead the second unit, and he can do whatever he wants. And he'll shred the second unit of the opposing team.
Maybe.
He'll shred their benches.
If he gets his shot back.
I think they'll shred him. Even with just his athleticism, even at his age right now, he's still advanced. He's still got a higher threshold than other people.
He was so bad last
year. Yeah, his efficiency is always.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's a ball hog.
I agree.
He takes ill-advised shots.
That combo,
mm-hmm.
those three, with Anthony Davis, LeBron, and him would be Irving.
I think with Irving it would be a much better pick because he's able to play off the ball.
That's a championship team right there.
Yeah, they could probably win a title if Irving was there.
I mean,
Buddy Hield adding that. Ooh.
I mean, can you imagine?
Dangerous.
I mean, I think they beat the Warriors.
Might.
It's close.
That'd be a real fun matchup.
It's close.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be the most fun.
It'd be interesting.
Let's jump into our main topic for tonight. Best of the best. We, in honor of Bill Russell passing, the greatest, the NBA retired his number forever. No player is ever allowed to wear it again. It's just like the 42 for
number 6.
Number 6. It is the 42 like Jackie Robinson's in the MLB. So it is the and Wayne Gretzky's, what was his 99? 99 in the NHL. The NFL has yet to retire a jersey league-wide, or at least to our knowledge.
Yeah.
Every time I've checked. So tonight we're going to go through all of the major sports, and we're going to talk about two things. We're going to look at the best overall, just who is the best athlete in that sport of all time, and then who had the biggest and most significant cultural and social impact. Okay, and it might be the same person. Yeah. It very well could be the same person. So we will get into that.
I'm going to put a lot of pressure on Gary in one of these topics.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
The bowling topic?
Yeah, the bowling topic.
Perfect.
Oh, bowling.
What,
Gary has
where do you want to start?
A lot of these on Google. Right.
No.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Gary.
God.
Gary, what are you doing, producer?
Making sure your sound levels are good.
You have to do it, Gary.
Oh, God, fine.
I mean, first sport, we can go NBA.
Yeah, we can go NBA first. Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
National Baseball Association.
Yes. So, best player, right?
The National Baseball Association?
Yeah.
Very good, Gary.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So, we're
Once again, you have outwitted all of us.
Talking best of the best.
Yep. Best of the best of all time?
Of all time.
In basketball?
In basketball.
Who do you think I'm going to say?
I mean, there's no other option.
No, there's not. Not yet.
There's a great, so people.
LeBron's going to have to win 6 to convince me otherwise.
Even if he wins 6,
you would have a shot.
So here's the thing. I sent you, there's an Instagram video that goes around, and it's a frat boy.
I've seen a ton of videos on it. Yeah.
There's a frat boy, and he's like, who would you take? Right?
Sure.
A guy who goes out to the bar and hits on 10 women and only picks up 4 of them. Right? LeBron's on 4. 4
for what?
Champion. He won
4.
4. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and picks up 4 women out of 10.
Yeah.
Or a man who goes in the bar, hits on 6 women and picks up all 6.
It's all of them.
Who are you gonna pick? Who's the number 1 guy there?
What about for pickups?
Yeah, like if you had to like rank a guy who's like, okay, who's the best at picking up chicks?
The better percentage is definitely.
Or the guy who went 4 for 10.
Right.
Michael Jordan, 6 or 6.
And so
it's like Joe Montana. Well, not anymore, but for many years in football.
Yes. Joe Montana isn't even second. I'm not even not yet here. But if you, it's Jordan. It's going to be Jordan no matter what. LeBron, in my opinion, can't catch up. He's going to be second best, and that's okay. He's a generational talent. He's changed this generation as far as basketball goes.
Sure, absolutely.
But he's never going to outshine MJ.
The 2000s and the 2010s, they belong to LeBron.
I mean, another thing is, like, you go into those stats, right, and you look into how many top 10 picks MJ played with, and you go in and you look up how many other all-stars he played with, and you go in and you look at, like, all these other statistics, and LeBron is, like, played with, top-tier talent pretty much a lot of his career. Not all of it. The early Cavaliers.
The first time he went to the finals, he played with nothing but subpar talent.
Right.
Sure.
But after that,
he always had at least one or two very talented cohorts for sure.
And so because of that, that's another, like, MJ
also, that's the thing. MJ also had very talented teammates and was coached by, in my opinion, the greatest coach to ever live.
I mean, it's wrong, but
I love Pop.
Pop beats him out.
I love Pop.
The triangle.
I might have to agree with you that Pop is the greatest of all time. Yeah.
But
okay, fine. Then the second greatest.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it apples and oranges, right? It doesn't at that point. But
you're really splitting hairs when you get that high up on when you get to the upper echelon.
Well, we're here to talk about apples and apples. I mean, like, we're both coaches, right?
Whoa, apples and apples.
Yeah,
come on.
You're talking about the best coach, right?
I mean, we're talking about players. Player. I mean, if we're talking about coach, that's another debate. But I just think,
anywho, though,
MJ, yes, he did play with some really good guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, think about what LeBron played with, right?
Yeah,
Bosh, Wade, him, Anthony Davis, him.
Okay, I mean, Jordan had Pippen the whole time. I would put Pippen up against any. I would put him up against any single sidekick that I put him up against Prime Wade. I'd put him up against. I had Prime Anthony Davis.
But it's not just like the starters, right? He also had a huge bench. Like he definitely had.
He did in Chicago too. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I think he had more talent. LeBron's had more talent than MJ did overall.
I would agree with you as far as star talent goes, but I would say that the Bulls teams were always deeper. The Bulls went 10 deep in both runs.
So my question is that because of talent, right? Because they were more talented, or was it because of leadership and because MJ pushed them so hard that he could get every ounce of talent out of them?
MJ,
he wasn't known to destroy people in practice.
He was, but he wasn't really known for being the best emotional leader.
Oh no, he wasn't. He was.
He berated people into submission.
You're right.
Yeah,
but because of his way it's not the greatest leadership style.
A lot of people, they rose to the occasion.
I mean, Kerr has said multiple times that MJ helped him.
Yeah. Even after, even after MJ punched him at that practice.
Yeah.
It's like he clocked him cold.
Yeah.
Because Kerr just got in his face.
But because of that, MJ also passed the ball to him. And
and he got the game winning shot there in the finals. Yeah. But Jordan also always had another multi-time all-star in Horace Grant the first time around. Same thing with Dennis Rodman, who in my opinion is the second greatest, the best rebounder of all time, not the greatest defender of all time. Bill Russell probably has that. Then Hakeem too.
Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing too could really have even a prime David Robinson was one of the best.
I think Hakeem takes that.
Yeah. Rudy Gobert, even
pretty fucking good.
He's once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
But
I agree. Yeah. I mean, MJ did have other parts.
Yeah.
Right?
I would agree with you though. Yeah. MJ best of all time.
Okay. Gary.
Oh yeah. I mean, that man could like fly over the court. He was
from the free throw line.
Yeah. Space Jam.
Yeah. He did Space Jam.
Yeah. The best version.
He played baseball and golf, and then he bought his own team, and then he played on the own team.
You know that there's rumors that he was going to get suspended from the NBA, and that's why he quit with baseball.
Yeah,
but he didn't
because he was going to get suspended for gambling.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
Yeah.
So those that dirty slander that you're putting out there right now, Nick. Go fuck yourself.
MJ's gonna sue us.
Oh God! Don't listen to this. We're sorry,
Just
Mike
do
Jordan. We are so sorry, sir.
Okay.
We are your humble servants.
Next sport, we're talking NFL. Best NFL player.
Well, hang on. We were talking about
impactful.
Is Bill Russell the right
impactful
choice for the most impactful player? His number being the first to be retired.
I would say, as a layman who's not very familiar with basketball, that Michael Jordan has had way more impact to me than Bill Russell.
Okay.
I mean, Bill Russell really pushed.
He did indeed.
So I like the retirement of 6. I mean, I've said that earlier, and we've always talked about this. I've said I'm shocked they didn't retire Kobe. I mean, okay. I think it was such a big deal when he died. Like,
well, that is true. It was a big deal when he died.
And he was so young, and like everybody, they were talking about changing, getting him on as the the face of or the logo. Symbol, the logo.
Yeah.
So, but I think
that was never gonna. Well, it had a little bit. I mean, I do remember those reports. It had some traction. It did have some traction. There was a lot of people that were pushing. Yeah, even Jerry West had thrown his support in there.
Yeah. So, but I think not. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. I would also have to agree with Bill Russell, and only because if we're gonna go based off the sense of just impact, Bill Russell was the first African American coach in all of professional sports. And I mean, just
huge deal.
11 out of 13 championships. He was the first they always say George Mikan was the first superstar, but Bill Russell was really the first superstar. Yeah. And he did it with class, and he did it with a demeanor of a champion
forever. Like he's loved in Boston.
Yeah, and he was a huge civil rights leader.
Boston's racist. So like,
yes,
they are
the reports that it's things that I've read before. Yes, it leads me to believe that's accurate with some parts of the city.
I mean, literally, if you look at any football, baseball, basketball, like
Bill Russell does talk about how he didn't feel safe walking around by himself, even when the Celtics were winning all their titles. He was
that's
in the
wild
60s,
to me.
Yeah, he was,
and it's still like that today. I mean, you heard when they had to play in Boston, the Nets, there was racist chants happening to Kyrie. Like, it happens to this day. So, I mean, if he made such an impact on that community that they delayed that, we're okay with him. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, no, I agree with the retirement of his number. I don't no qualms with that at all. NFL.
Yeah, I like NFL.
Okay, here we go. Gary.
I know what he's gonna say.
Best of all time.
Well, in terms of the best of all time, in terms of performance, it's obviously Tom Brady, and I don't think there's any argument for that. Most influential, though, I'm going to say, is actually Roger Staubach, who was the Cowboys quarterback in the 1970s.
Why is that?
I think that Roger Staubach brought a bunch of, just really helped propel the game, because he was one of the earliest quarterbacks for the Cowboys within the first 2 decades of them starting, and helped really guide them to a lot of, victories and winning seasons. And the Cowboys have then really kind of became America's team under Staubach. And additionally, Roger Staubach was a really great human being. Especially in the NFL, that really shines out, because the NFL is just people by horrible monsters. Yes. Like if you took like the average of like goodness of people in each sport, I think the NFL would probably trail. And so, yeah, but like, I think greatest of all time for that would be Tom Brady.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay. As far as the greatest player to ever play, I mean, I normally would, I would obviously want to pick Peyton Manning. He's my personal favorite.
2 rings. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
That's Gary. Almost like,
Gary Gary, why don't you just shut your
Okay,
fucking face?
all right, okay.
Why don't you just shut your fucking face?
All right.
Can you do that for me?
Okay.
You're talking a lot. You're doing a lot of yapping.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is close the gap.
Okay.
And
Close
just,
it. Gotcha.
But you're not doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Stop.
it's like 1/4
You're
of
still
Brady.
not
All right, okay.
doing
All right.
what I asked,
Okay.
though.
Still talk.
I requested. I was
Okay.
nice about it.
Yeah.
I was polite.
Yeah. Not really.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
You did, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
We're moving on.
Are you okay?
No.
You want to talk about it a little?
No.
Okay. You can talk to Nick about it.
I will
Good.
later when we're
Yeah.
at
He's
a
been on a
IHOP.
Dr. Phil. He's
Yep.
been on a Dr. Phil binge recently.
I have.
So
Okay.
he's
I
feeling pretty up to the challenge there. Yeah, it's Tom Brady. I'll agree with you, Gary. It is Tom Brady. He's the greatest there of all time. As far as cultural impact, man, that's a tough one. I would say somebody that probably helped pull the league from the brink of extinction,
Roger Goodell.
which was Jim Brown, who just had 9 monstrous seasons running for the Browns in the 60s and the 70s, I think. Anyway, so he was also a civil rights activist, and he was a trendsetter. He was a movie star. He was in the original Dirty Dozen.
Great. Did they remake that?
In the original one?
Well,
Yeah, they remade one called Dirty Dozen. It was
Okay.
I can't remember who was in it. I'll go up later. But anyways, yeah. So I'd probably say Jim Brown, actually, as far as cultural impact. What do you think, Nicholas?
So,
Was that you?
yeah, Gary.
Ghost. Hello.
Hello.
If I had to,
hello.
we're talking about best player of all time, right?
That is one of them. Yes.
Right. And so
Yes.
we're not talking about most winning. We're not talking about best coach player combo. We're talking about best player, right? Me, that's either Peyton Manning or Barry Sanders. If anybody watched Barry Sanders play the running back position, it was master. Like his jukes, his spins, the way he played the game. He was on a terrible fucking entire career. The Lions screwed him just like they've screwed pretty much every single player.
Whenever they went to the playoffs, they went maybe to the divisional round. Maybe
it's been awful. Calvin Johnson,
one-time conference championship.
The list and list can go on of how many careers the freaking Lions have screwed.
Yeah.
But for me, Peyton Manning, he completely changed, in my opinion, the way the game was run on the line. He did think Tom Brady, as great as he's been, he can't make the line adjustments that Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
can.
the audible calling.
Peyton Manning could walk up and literally pick out which defender was going where. And he knew exactly what play was going to be called. And there's so many audio clips where he's like screaming at his teammates because he's made a call and they fuck it up. And he's like, what was it? God damn it, Donald. That's a very famous Peyton Manning line because he had called Donald Brown to make a block because he had seen what was going to happen. It's like he can see into the future. He saw a middle linebacker blitz coming and he had him shift over and he was supposed to take that block. And Donald Brown didn't understand because football is a very complex game.
Yeah.
Didn't understand, missed the block, and Peyton Manning got sacked. And you could hear him on audio tape. God damn it, Donald. And so it was very, very famous. And I just think talent-wise, Peyton Manning's arm's stronger than Brady's.
It is.
He's more accurate than Brady. He's smarter as far as football IQ. He was, again, on a team that really didn't have a defense ever.
Yeah.
Ever on the Indianapolis Colts. He didn't get a team defense till the Broncos.
Manning's peak years were better than Brady's peak years.
His peak years were some of the greatest things we've ever seen on turf. It's wild. So that's, for me, best player all time.
So why do you think Manning didn't win more Super Bowls?
It's team. It's a team game.
Okay.
Tom Brady, look at the defenses that Tom Brady had under Belichick, and it's insane. Also, he got extremely lucky in 2 of his Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He had a
Adam Vinatieri bailed them out of 3 of them, actually.
You're right, 3, because I forgot about Vinatieri. The 2 most famous are the Seahawks completely flubbing it and throwing a pass when you have Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
So stupid. And then the Falcons having a complete meltdown. Like, that's just...
Yeah, that was a great game. Where
it was. I'm not saying it's not a great game, but like that, if you start talking about all these things,
it was not a great game.
That was a wonderful.
No,
fucking
Gary,
game.
it actually wasn't a great game.
I remember watching that with you.
Very popular
because they were like down by like what 25 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Gary, something like that.
And then like he was like, you know what, I'm going to win this game, and he was like,
that. We don't even talk about it anymore.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
it's fine.
There was miracles in that game too.
Yeah,
Welker caught a pass that like hit off of a player and onto his back. And he caught it.
I think that was
Edelman, that's right.
Yeah.
One of the freaking small slot.
Yeah, one of the small slot guys he always has playing for him.
And so, you know, that's so many of those plays have happened to him. Yeah. And so you just there's reasons why Manning didn't win. The Seahawks game, they got destroyed.
Yeah.
They probably should have won the Saints game. The onside kick to open up the second half, a very, very famous. I mean, that'll be going down as one of the gutsiest calls you'll ever see.
That was a solid call by John Payton.
It was so gutsy. But all those things, right? That's why I didn't win more. It's a team game. Payton can't carry everything.
Okay. So not the best, but what do you think is the most exciting player to watch in the NFL today?
Right now?
Today, yeah. Because mine's going to be Aaron Rodgers, because that man will just throw it, and I think that's really exciting.
Hail Mary
every game. Like when we play that NBA basketball game, and like I just shoot it from half court all the fucking time.
Over and over and over.
God, I hate it when you do that.
Jonathan Taylor's probably the most exciting right now. Running back out of Indianapolis. He catches the ball.
Probably, yeah.
And he runs like a freight train.
Yeah.
He's
over 2,000 all-purpose yards last year.
He's very, very
just good. Had an insane statistical season.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully with the addition of Matt Ryan, the Colts
he's going to get even better.
Huh?
He's going to get even better with Matt Ryan.
Yeah. I think so too. I'm excited to see what the Colts can do because they have one of the best offensive lines in football.
Yep.
And their defense is easily top 10 every year that they go in.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they can do.
So I actually have an influential player before we go.
Yeah, sure.
The NFL. Mm-hmm. We didn't say it. I don't know why.
Go ahead.
Didn't think about it.
Please.
Jim Thorpe.
Yes.
I mean, literally first Native American to ever win an Olympic gold medal.
They called him Jim, the grown-ass man. Thorpe.
Professional basketball, professional baseball, and professional
medals,
football.
Didn't he?
Yeah, the first Native American to win the gold medal.
What era was he from?
Oh, that's 19.
It was the era of yore.
So long.
No, it was the early 1900s.
Yeah, everything was black and white.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Early 20th century.
Yeah, we're talking about influential players. He's literally the father of football.
Yeah.
Okay.
He created the NFL.
Kid from Oklahoma. That
he was a movie star too. I don't remember the movie.
He led a very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he doesn't get mentioned more. To be honest, he's got an award for
because he lived so long ago. I mean, really, the only what athletes are really celebrated from that long ago outside of Babe Ruth. Jim Thorpe is mentioned a fair amount, I would say. But
I mean,
yeah.
Jack
Robinson, I guess.
He was more in the 40s and 50s though.
Oh, we're talking like
these guys. I'm talking the 19 teens.
Oh, I mean, yeah. The Wright brothers. I don't know.
No, I mean, he played it's like 1913. Like you're talking. Like,
okay, so he had like those like helmets that were all like
it was leather helmets.
Yeah,
and like I mean, and that's we're talking about most influential player. Like again, like that is crazy. He played professional sports in 3 leagues.
The first superstar in the NFL,
he was
and the highest paid.
He created the NFL. Like he was one of the people who, like if you look into it a little bit more, like he's literally credited as one of the people who started the NFL.
Why is there not a movie about it? That sounds really awesome.
There is.
Oh, there is? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, well, it's a black and white from
forever
50s?
ago. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But that's mine. We can go on the next league if you want, though.
Okay. MLB. Little baseball.
Yeah. Somebody's already retired here. Their number.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we obviously know Jackie Robinson, first African-American athlete to play a professional sport. Okay. Professional baseball is what he chose to play. So the 42 is retired across the MLB. It is not allowed to be worn by any player.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think that's, I don't know. I mean, I personally I got no problem with that, but I know, Gary, you had mentioned Babe Ruth.
Oh, yeah. Babe Ruth would be mine. The Great Bambino.
The Great Bambino, baby.
Yes. Again, I don't know as much about baseball as you do, Nick, obviously. But John Goodman did a movie about Babe Ruth. And I just like that he would call his shots, or at least he did that one time, maybe apocryphally. But, he was kind of the John Daly of his era. So yeah, I would say Babe Ruth because if you mention baseball, everyone knows who both Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson are. But I would edge it out with Babe Ruth
as best player, or you're talking about sense form?
Influential. I think Jackie Robinson was probably a better player just based on my very limited knowledge. Okay. But because him, those two, and then Lou Gehrig are to me kind of this.
Your Mount Rushmore of
this is really foggy because I don't really know it very well, but these are the three I'm putting up there.
What do you think, Johnny?
Well,
of course, Altuve.
Yeah, let's go Altuve. Love little Mighty Mouse. Why
don't you go?
Me go? Okay. Most influential. It's a hard one. So I think there's a lot of really influential players in baseball. The game's been around for so long. You have so many players. I mean, Roberto Clemente, very, very famous player.
That's a really good one, for the Latin community.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
And they have so many opportunities because they play so many games.
That's true. 162 games. But I mean, there's also for me, baseball is a huge melting pot of
it is.
All it takes, it's kind of like soccer, right? Mm-hmm. All it takes to play baseball is a stick and a ball. That's it. You can play with your hands.
Hopefully a glove.
And a field.
Right. I mean, but
some bases.
Soccer, right? All you need is a ball, and
that's it, pretty much. Yeah.
And so, when you think about that, that means anybody can play it. And so, for me, Roberto Clemente, extremely influential to the Latin community. So, I mean, insanely influential. You got Henry Aaron. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's another
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. Yeah, his real name's Henry.
Oh, right? Okay. Look at you with the fancy knowledge.
Little fancy baseball man.
Again, extremely influential. Jackie Robinson, extremely influential. First African American to ever play a professional. That's wild. So for me, it's you can't answer with one, right? Because you have to go for all the melting pots. So I'm going to go with all of those.
Okay.
You have to pick one though, unfortunately.
Oh, I have to pick one. Absolutely have to pick one.
Yes.
And that's probably Jackie Robinson because he changed, he allowed any person of color to play.
Do you think that he was the best?
No.
Who would you say is the best?
So baseball has this stat called WAR. And WAR is wins that a player can, it's called wins above replacement. Mm-hmm. And so it represents how many wins a player adds to a team.
Okay.
Now this stat can be misleading because of how many years they play, right? Somebody who plays 22 years is going to have a better WAR than somebody who plays whatever. Currently the leader in WAR would be Barry Bonds. Now, personally, with me, Barry Bonds would have been one of the greatest of all times if he didn't take roids.
Yeah, because he was at the same time as McGuire, right?
Yeah, and the difference between him and McGuire is Barry Bonds, before he took roids, was a top 5 baseball player. Mm-hmm. He was extremely fast. He defended really well, and he hit
a great
really,
arm.
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good arm.
Freaking rocket for an arm, man.
And so, but, right, he took roids, and that's the end of it for me. You cheated, you're done.
Yeah, nobody ever cheats in baseball.
Right?
Cheating's a very honorable sport.
So, like, obviously cheating in baseball is a thing, but there's also, like...
There's a line.
There's unwritten rules in baseball of what you can't cross.
Yeah.
And he crossed the line.
Yeah.
A lot of people... Babe Ruth, by the way, second on that list for WAR.
Okay.
Played a long-ass time.
Did he?
And 22 years. And he also played in a place where he didn't have as much competition because there weren't people weren't allowed to play. Also, with WAR, they combined his pitching numbers and his batting numbers. So when you combine those together, it kind of, like Ohtani, very famous baseball player right now, it kind of elevates it. So for me,
guy that pitched and hit equally well. Yeah.
Don't you think
I'm going to go down?
Shouldn't they get credit for that though?
They do.
I mean, do you feel it's fair they get that credit? Because if
yes.
Okay.
But I also think like Babe Ruth now he wouldn't be now he would not be a
no, he was like a fat guy that drank and smoked.
So like, and I have to think like,
so he could play golf.
I like to think like, okay, back in those days, like, can I find a player for me when I think about that? Like baseball goes back so far, you have to think about it this way. Can I think of a player who would be able to compete at any time from when he played all the way until now?
Oh no, in no sport can you do that. I mean, like
incorrect. Willie Mays. Willie Mays could have played 1900. He could play right now. Man was he's the greatest baseball player of all time. Without a doubt.
Okay. So,
without a doubt.
So he's your pick for,
without a doubt.
Not most influential, but best.
Best.
Okay.
I mean, he did things that no other player did. I mean, what's funny is he's Bonds' godfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, which
isn't Hank Aaron connected in there?
Oh, maybe it's Hank Aaon who's the godfather.
Yeah, I think
Henry Aaron.
Henry Aaron.
But
yes.
yeah, I mean,
Willie Mays is connected in there too, though. I know the three of them are connected somehow.
But I mean, Mays he could do it all. I mean, he was a classic center fielder. Made that very famous catch where he catches it like going over his head and like literally catches the baseball.
Yeah.
Running like full sprint. I mean, amazing.
Yeah. And I will say this is well about like baseball. Like it seems to have like the most inspiring movies. We were kind of talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love golf, but like the baseball movies, they just like it's like the crack of the bat against the ball.
I mean, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think there's something to be said of like if you've never gone to a baseball game, right? The atmosphere of a baseball game is so much better than any other sport. Like the smell, the grass, the peanuts, the
seventh inning stretch.
I mean,
the tradition.
Just everything about
the ball game.
Everything about the baseball diamond is just it hits different. It really does. So, but yeah, I think if you're
Willie Mays.
I mean,
what about Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah, I mean they're all great, right? Like that's the problem. Baseball's been around for so damn long. I mean, it's the longest running.
It's the oldest sport to my knowledge. That's as far as the league being formed.
And so league. I just think, I mean, there's so many. Dan Musial, Honus Wagner. I mean, baseball has a long history, but you got to go with Mays. I think there's nothing else.
Yeah. For me, it always just kind of boiled down to Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
You know more about baseball, especially the history of it, than I do, so I'll go with Willie Mays too.
Okay,
right.
I like
it.
I
sound smarter in this portion of the conversation.
There you go.
Yeah. What about influential player?
Jackie Robinson takes it for me. I mean, the struggle that he had to go through.
Yeah.
Just to be able to play his own teammates, spat at him and hit him and threaten to kill him and his family.
Ridiculous.
And just the stuff they did.
Really not that long.
Yeah. The 40s, man.
Yeah, 80 years, yeah.
About 80 years, yeah.
Really shitty. But yeah, he went through a lot, definitely. Yeah. Also, I do want to add, baseball is one of those sports, like, there are so many freaking retired numbers. Like, every single team retires numbers all the time. Like, the Astros have, like, 7, 13, obviously, 42, like, everything. Everything. So, it's just interesting to think about that because baseball is one of those things that they retire at, I think.
Well, when we jump, I think we can skip over the NHL because everyone's going to collectively probably choose Wayne Gretzky. Maybe to go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, the NHL is my favorite sport to go watch, though, because it's nice and cold, and I like a nice cold beer, and then like seeing them fight.
There's a couple fights.
And it's kind of short, too. So
I think hockey's my second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy going to a hockey game. I'm not really going to watch it at home. I did when I was younger, actually, but yeah. I don't know.
Have you gone to like a professional game or just ice bats?
Let's see. Yeah, I've never been to a professional game.
Ice bats are professional.
I've been to amateur. I've been to the
they're like the
league,
double A
minor league.
Yeah,
I've been to a lot of minor league games.
Yeah.
A lot of minor league games.
I guess they're the Texas
Stars now. Yeah, and I've been to. I've been to others too. But I think outside of Gretzky, maybe I would have thrown in a Mark Messina or something, or Paul Correa or something. Yeah, or like Sid the Kid or something, or Mario Lemieux, or
there's but
nobody can hold a candle anywhere to Gretzky.
You can't. I mean,
that is literally the only hockey player I know. So I'm gonna go with him.
Good call. Golf.
Yes, this is
golf.
I can't wait for this.
Golf.
I honestly can't wait.
Do it.
All right.
I can't wait. John, you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Because there's going to be a huge argument
I'll go
between
first.
Gary and I.
Greatest golfer of all time. I'm going to have to agree with Nick. I'm going to say Tiger Woods.
Okay.
How do you know Nick's going to say Tiger Woods?
Well, because we'll see. Okay, I'm going to say Tiger Woods then, since I'm going first. Say Tiger Woods. He actually put golf on the map for me in the late 90s when I was a kid really getting into sports, and I was reading magazines that were like up-and-coming athletes. Tiger Woods had his own cover. Grant Hill had the NBA. Emmett Smith had the NFL. Oh man, Shannon Miller I think had gymnastics. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to say Tiger. As you guys said, he is the greatest putter of all time.
Yes.
Out of the 20 to 30 times in my life I've played, actually 18 holes of golf, I know that putting is one of the hardest aspects, if not the hardest.
Oh, it's the
I would agree it's the hardest.
Yeah. So I think just for that, even if he's got a weaker mid-range and what Gary?
I don't know if I'd say as a weak.
Yeah, he didn't have a weak.
Oh, no. I think compared to
his putting, yes, every other aspect is weaker.
Yeah. I would say it's still strong enough to carry him because it's just, I think that, putting is the hardest part of the game and most critical. And I've also heard you say that a ton of times too. So once again, I'm going to steal an idea from you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well.
Influential.
Influential. Gosh, that is a tough one, but it's going to be Tiger.
Yeah.
It's got to be Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the first black golfer to reach superstar level. And actually the first, what?
Well, I mean, like PJ Singh was around before that.
Yeah, but he's not
to the level of Tiger though. And not to the longevity of Tiger too. I mean, how long was Tiger on top? 15 years?
Oh yeah. I mean, like Tiger was like undisputedly on like, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, golf didn't reach. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Yeah. I mean, you look at look at the numbers. I'm sure that it's going to say that at that time that TV ratings just skyrocketed during the PGA Tour and during the Masters and all that. So I think just because he saved the sport, I don't know if he resurrected it. I don't know how bad it was doing in the 90s before he came around.
I think it
was fine. It just wasn't super
But
popular.
it wasn't to where it is now.
It was just doing what golf does.
Yeah.
Because now it's, the purses are way bigger nowadays than they were 25 years ago, right?
Yes. And if you listen to Nick and I's economic, we'll talk about.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to just kind of, go the obvious route and,
I mean, it's obvious because it's right. So I'm going to jump in because.
Yep. Jump in there.
I'm going to be the same on Johnny's both ways because, I mean, Tiger Woods was so good at the game of golf that they had to literally change the game of golf for Tiger Woods. He was hitting the ball farther because of the balls. Obviously, there's some things that they had to change because Tiger Woods was dominating everybody by so much that they had to change. It wasn't fair.
But by Tiger proofing it, it actually played to his strengths by making the courses longer.
You're right. And which is a mistake on the PGA Tour, right? But like, I'm just saying, like, they literally tried to change the game of golf because of Tiger Woods. Mm-hmm. Influential wise, yeah. I mean, think about all the famous things, like shots of him with a Nike golf ball and like the red shirts and like everything he did. Like golf was not golf like as it is today without Tiger.
Okay.
It was just not everybody enjoyed it, but people who liked golf liked watching. When Tiger Woods came about, people who knew nothing about golf
Loved it.
liked watching.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but we talked about this last podcast. Tiger Woods is Obi-Wan Kenobi and the leader of the light side.
And would you believe it? Phil Mickelson's on the wrong side. What the hell?
That's a pretty big deal for me. So go ahead. I want to hear your topic so I can yell at you. And
well, I will say that I agree. Like Tiger Woods putting, like especially from like 97 through the late 2000s.
Yeah, you like missed like 4 putts.
Yeah, like I like it was ridiculous. Like he had like a 90% chance inside of 15 feet, which is just like it's ridiculous.
I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah, like damn. I don't know if he sold his soul to the devil or what.
Freaking wild.
But like it was like way above anybody else.
Whoever he was paying for blowies at that time, like seriously.
But no, for me, the greatest golfer of all time, I think, is Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do it.
Nicklaus was a golfer in the 60s and 70s primarily, well, through the 80s, I guess. And he was a long driver, and he was also a very accurate putter, much kind of the same way Tiger Woods was known as a long driver.
Not as accurate as a putter. So.
No. And one of the strengths of Nicklaus was that he had a phenomenal mental game, which Tiger clearly, I think that's one of his weaknesses.
So I disagree.
Okay.
So I think mentally, like people blame his kind of like come down from stardom on like, oh, he had the affairs and then he like couldn't mentally get into it. But I think in reality, a lot of what his drop off is just Tiger Woods when he swings.
He would just beat the shit out of his body.
Like it.
Yeah, that's what I remember people saying and watching replays.
And they're saying like a lot of the mental things, like that's why. But I also think a lot of old school guys like you, when they see somebody on the course get angry or scream cuss words and things like that, that's a negative mentally. To me, that's a good way to let out the frustration and a good way to control your mental game. Because while you might be at the time losing some of that like frustration or mental, you're also like getting rid of some of those negative vibes and you can kind of calm, cool, and collected after.
Like I see what you're saying there, but like I would also say that like Tiger Woods, when his game started to go in terms of like not like permanently go, but just like when he started to run into trouble and like that, like he would start to yell and curse and everything, and like you would notice his game kind of just decrease and decrease. And I mean, he was such a like a phenomenal player that a lot of times he was still able to kind of overcome the competition with that.
Sure.
But like you could see like by the end of a tournament, like well, Sunday Tiger Woods is a little bit different, but like you know, from Thursday to Friday and Saturday, he would definitely get more and more frustrated depending on especially like the British Open, which I love British Opens because they're all like
you like watching the meltdown of all the
players. Because it's like, oh, I shot a 2-over and won the tournament. I'm like, yeah, welcome to my life, but like still like 18 strokes better.
So I mean, yes, if you're going to pick out a flaw in Tiger Woods, right? There's not many, and you have to go for them. Like I get what you're saying. For me, you can't. His skills were so much better than ever. I mean, you love the old school guys. You're an old school man. I think that's why you love Jack a little bit, because he's like that old school, like
old school mentality.
Yeah, I mean, like
you know what I mean. Like he's the gentleman. You know, like it's a classic Gary.
Well, I mean,
I
don't know. Like, I mean, he's Jack seems like a nice guy, but like I think he was also a very stiff competitor.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's second.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's very much, you know, it's so close between him and Tiger. So either way, I just think you put them both in their primes, Tiger. Same clubs, same everything.
It's real tough though because like in like Nicklaus's era, like
I mean they use wood clubs.
Yeah, or like Palmer, for example. Like his primary source of revenue was he was an insurance salesman.
Right. They didn't get to play the game.
He was a legend in his spare time.
Yeah.
As they said. So like it's really hard to like.
Golf is really hard.
I think golf more than any other sport is because like that's changed so much because
it's not like the NFL. They had that for a little bit where like people wouldn't play the NFL full time, and they had that with baseball a little bit. But like the golf, it was really like that for a long time.
The pigskin is pretty much what it always has been,
right?
You know,
like golf has changed a
lot. Basketball is really pretty much how it's always been. Like there's a hoop,
3-point line.
Well, that's not.
In terms of like the basket and like the ball, like the things you play with.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, there's some things
the rubber that they. I mean, the material they use for the ball is
different now.
Yeah.
I mean,
more bouncy and all that.
It's evolved over the years. Yeah.
But I mean, like
become better.
Yeah. But like it's. I think golf is really, really hard to like.
It's very hard to compare those.
But for me, like Nicklaus, like I like his mental game would just like hold up and like
it'd be interesting to see.
It would be like if they had the same clubs and both in the prime of their life. Yeah. And I think I would edge that out to Nicklaus to win.
Okay. I think Tiger's putting puts him ahead.
Tiger's putting is really, but Nicklaus really is a good putter too.
Yeah, but you already agreed that Tiger's better.
And
that's a big portion of golf.
It is, but like mental game, it's like
so that's what I mean. It literally depends. Like if Tiger has Tiger plays starts off well and continues that pace, you're not beating it.
Well, I mean, everybody is going to make a mistake,
right? But it's how like the first mistake isn't what got him, right? Like he could make a couple mistakes.
Yeah.
It was like
couple,
right? You know,
once it starts to snowball,
right?
Yeah.
And like most players are like that, right? Like once it starts to snowball. So like the question would be, oh, he's done.
And that was like 5 years ago.
The fucking Masters killed that man. But yeah, I mean, it's real. I agree. It'd be very, very close.
Yeah.
I think it really depends on does Tiger hit that snowball, right?
Yeah.
Like, does it start rolling? Because if it starts rolling, yeah, you're right. I think he'd probably lose.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, and prime Tiger, a lot of times his shots were just going.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting.
Yeah. So
I think that's golf. Honestly, is the closest I think for greatest. I mean, it's maybe tennis is close with Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Sampras, Agassi.
Yeah,
Agassi. He's not better. Agassi's not better than Nadal or Sampras or Djokovic or.
He competed with Sampras all the time.
Yeah,
in the 90s.
Yeah, but Sampras kind of destroyed.
They were neck and neck.
I don't know. I don't know the stats on that, so I can't really comment on it.
Well, they were.
I think you'd be surprised.
Would I?
Yeah.
Interesting. Only we could look that up.
Which is the guy that always got mad? Was that Federer?
That's John McEnroe.
McEnroe. Okay.
Yeah.
He's my pick.
Yeah. Is this your most influential or your favorite? Or best?
Favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. Any guy that throws a chair around.
So you like Bobby Knight then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we did college basketball coaches.
Yep. Bobby Knight. Yeah.
Great.
I looked it up because I wanted to know.
Okay. What did it say?
Agassi and Sampras played each other.
Okay.
34 times.
Okay.
Sampras won 20-14.
Ooh.
Okay. That's pretty close. Red. Relatively. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I just think Sampras was on a different level.
Sampras was a better player overall. I would have to agree with you, but Agassi's backhand was something of legend. Honestly, I mean the way that the guy could just doing this documentary about the I guess this will come out after this does anyways. That the VJ Armitage guy.
Yeah.
The gentleman that was that famous Indian tennis player from back in the 70s. We got to see a lot of old footage of some of the greats and meet some of the old greats. We got getting to meet Jimmy Connors. That was a freaking trip. And definitely he's not on Agassi or Sampras's level in my opinion. But God, yeah, his backhand was something else. Anyways, I don't know. For me, I guess the best of all time for men, I'm gonna have to go with Federer for sure. Absolutely, Roger Federer.
Over Nadal.
Yes, absolutely. Then he has the numbers right now.
Nadal has numbers right now.
No, overall for total majors won.
Yeah, Nadal.
Are you sure?
Positive.
So is most majors won a really important thing for you, Nick?
Yes.
Don't even start with me. Less competition.
Less competition.
I'm just kidding. Tiger, if he didn't get injured, would have.
Okay, keep going with your tennis talk.
Yeah, Nadal owns that record.
Oh, for the Grand Slams,
Yeah,
as well. Gotcha.
Grand Slams, or are you talking about most majors?
I'm looking right now just to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, so the list for total Grand Slam victories right now: Nadal 22, Djokovic 21, Federer 20, and Sampras 14. So
who else?
After that, it's Roy Emerson, Bjorn Borg, who is very famous.
Yeah,
Rodney Laver, very famous guy. My dad actually had.
Yeah, Rod Laver. Yeah,
my dad had Rod Laver golf balls that he used in a game and didn't tell anybody about it and had them in his closet.
Yeah.
And I was looking for tennis balls one time.
Yeah,
and found them and threw them to my dog.
He's the guy that they're going to film over there in London.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so they're gonna go during Wimbledon.
Yeah, Laver is supposed to be a really nice guy from Australia.
That's like the Sandlot story, right?
Yeah,
there,
my dad was pissed.
Really?
Like, yeah, he was so mad. He's like, "You threw my Laver golf balls to the dog." And
Laver golf balls,
tennis balls.
Laver was
tennis balls. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, but I was like, Dad, if they were that important, why were they like just sitting on a shelf? Like, what the?
Yeah.
But yes, but yeah, I mean, Agassi, by the way, has 8 total Grand Slam victories, so he's very behind.
I mean, 8 to 14. That's the same as the 20 to 14 head-to-head. 6. Not too bad.
Sure.
See?
But nowhere near on the greatest of all time scale, which is
wasn't,
by far Nadal.
I wasn't claiming that.
Nadal is greatest.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking at the list right now and stuff, and they're like, recently he passed Federer.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
actually, Djokovic is number 1 on the list that I'm looking at.
No.
88 career titles, 21 Grand Slams. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
also
I'm talking
35 years of age.
I'm talking Grand Slams. So Nadal has 1 more Grand Slam.
Right.
22 of 21.
And he has more career titles too, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Olympic gold medalist.
Yep. So is Djokovic, I think. I'm not 100% on that. No. He might be banned from the Olympics too, because he's Serbian, not Russian.
Yeah, he's Serbian. Born in Belgrade.
But yeah, I mean,
so then I would go with Djokovic. Boom. There was advocates.
So
okay.
I mean, I get it. Like,
he's the greatest of all time.
They're close.
21 Grand Slams. Are you kidding me?
I mean, the Djokovic and Nadal are really close, actually.
Yeah. So is Federer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like, they're all the 3 greatest to ever play.
Honestly, if you're talking,
Rod Laver's probably 4th, honestly, and then Pete Sampras, I would say, is probably 5. And they're all pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say Nadal is definitely. I think he's a better player than Djokovic. But it's very close, and I think right now I watch tennis a lot, actually, too much for some reason. I've never played it, but for some reason I fucking like watching.
I enjoy watching it. It's kind of therapeutic, actually.
I don't know what the hell it is, but
right? Isn't it therapeutic?
Yeah, I like it. It's interesting.
Yeah,
it's so interesting.
It's like a metronome almost.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like you're trying to keep
rhythm,
like
hypnotized.
Hypnotizes you almost. Yeah.
Right now, I would say we're going through like the golden age of tennis. Like, we are so spoiled. Like, if you've watched tennis, like, you literally have 3 of the best of all time playing each other.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like, yeah, but Nadal ekes it out. He's injured right now, though. We don't know what's gonna happen to him, and he just lost in a tournament like yesterday. So a shitty tournament that like nobody predicted him to lose in. So
yeah, I think as far as cultural impact goes, I mean, I'm probably gonna have to go to Serena Williams sisters in general. Honestly.
Yeah, I would say the
way that they overtook, and if we're gonna talk about best in the women's game, I mean, Serena Williams is just hands down. There's
Not even.
Talk about,
not even a question.
best in the sport might be the best in this damn sport. I mean,
no.
You can't compare women's and
I'm
men's
not.
tennis.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm referring to like technique and strategy wise and things like that. I'm not talking about power and
I don't even
things
think
of that
you can.
nature.
I think Nadal beats her in strategy, accuracy, and literally.
I don't know about that. There'd be a lot of people I know that would disagree with you that work in tennis.
That's fine.
Who was that guy that was like the 201st ranked tennis guy, and like he's challenged the Serena sisters to a match?
Yeah, I mean, men dominate.
Yeah, and like, has he like smoked a pack of cigarettes and had like a
Billie
steak?
Jean King won. What?
Billie Jean King won. You're
Won?
talking? Yeah, she won. Who did she end up playing? The guy from the '70s.
Golden Fox.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
Steve Carell's character.
I can't remember. That one.
then
But
the Battle of the Sexes.
But I would say,
Yeah.
honestly though, like all joking aside, I would say the Williams sisters are most iconic and influential. If you're gonna retire anything, their rackets. I don't know what you could retire for a tennis player.
Yeah, you don't.
Their the name, the title of their serve, their nickname. I don't know. I would say the Williams sisters.
Okay.
Popularized it for the female.
Should there be a number in NASCAR that's retired?
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
Did they retire that? Okay.
I don't know if they retired one.
If you're going influential in tennis, to me,
Probably
probably McEnroe.
Mm-hmm.
He did so many stupid shit, hitting that angry, smashing
Talk
rackets.
about memorable. That's
Yeah, like he's so memorable, and then he's still influential because he's still in the game now. Like, he's still.
yeah.
Mhm.
Me.
Okay. That's the one I picked, right? Okay, good.
I mean, but it's just because like, playing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think of tennis, like even somebody who doesn't watch,
Yeah, and I mean, he still does commercials.
you can still think of the Williams.
Well, I think it's time for my sport of the week.
Okay.
It is.
All right, my sport of the week is actually one that I would enjoy doing.
It's bowling.
Well,
Excellent.
that's not super
Bowling with
like
coconuts.
Yeah, that's not super like unique.
Gunpowder in the middle. I don't know.
This one is called Zorb. I don't know what country it's from.
Zorb.
Yeah.
Zorb.
Yeah.
It's like Zorbing, right?
What is?
It has to be a
it-
Scandinavian country of some
well,
kind that.
I know.
Yeah.
I think I actually know.
It's
what
like
it is.
you're in a big hamster ball,
Yep.
and like there's a little hamster ball inside it, and you like
Mhm.
roll down a mountain.
Yep.
And a lot of times they'll like fill it with water, so you're constantly getting splashed.
Yep.
Huh.
I think that would be a lot of fun to do. So, and you can actually take it. It's dangerous.
Yeah. So, I know about this because I saw it on a video, and like a bunch of like people die all
They
I
die.
could see, I could see that
Because
absolutely, yeah.
they, like,
going down the
move-
side of a mountain.
right. Like
For
it
sure.
like imagine rolling down a mountain and then like they don't have walls big enough to hold you in, or like they let you go and you go off the wrong side. Like for example, I watched a video
Something pops.
and they launched them, and the ball, instead of going straight down, started going left. When they went left, they went careening down like a cliff.
Oh my god! Well, the one I saw, this was like on like more of a gentle slope,
Yes.
and then like it goes into the water, and then you can
Yep.
go in the water.
that's
So
cool.
that's the zorbing I would do. I don't want to get launched anywhere.
Right. And there's also a very funny guy that I've watched a couple times, and he has a Zorb himself.
Okay.
And what he does is he calls it like the hot orb or something like that, and he will just get a shit ton of weed and
he hot boxes
and hot
an orb.
boxes the orb.
Jesus
And so
Christ.
he's just like sitting on the water with just like shit tons of like weed smoke in the orb. So that's interesting.
Stupidity. No.
That's interesting.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. Like that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I've seen that before. It does look very, very, very fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Wouldn't want to do anything launching out of a mountain, but like
so. I hate to like go into
to burst my bubble.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to say it. So like, there's another sport that's kind of like that,
Mhm.
and they have the Zorb kind of ball, but instead of covering their whole body, it covers just like their chest and like around.
Is that the one where you bounce into each other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's soccer,
Yeah.
and so like they have like you're like running full pads and like
That
Yeah,
looks
I
like
played
fun.
that. I played that a couple
and,
times.
like
yeah.
that looks fun.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that
Yeah.
in DC and then at a company picnic when I was at Mood.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. But yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, that's my sport of the week.
awesome.
Cool.
Well,
All right. Well, That's all we got for this week.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't come back next week because I'm just kidding. We'd love to see you. We love some endorsements, so give us money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Patreon when we get one.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a screen near you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, I'm Johnny.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Gary.
Are you Rob, though?
No.
Adios, muchachos.